Welcome to Can You Laugh About It Now? I'm going to go and I'm going to explain a little bit behind because we just met Collin. So, we'll break a little ice.
I met him at the Kirsten show. He's a cool dude.
All right. Why? You know what?
Because I'm better than you. That's
God
why.
Damn it, dude.
No, go ahead.
Oh, snap diddly damn.
What? Yeah. Okay. So, anyways, but I'm going to give him a little background. Oh, you met him?
Yeah, we were in a photo together.
Too,
yeah.
we took pictures.
I think we were in the green room together.
Yeah, we were in a photo.
Yep.
The three of us.
Yeah.
Reefer will do that to you.
Oh, wait, you both have met him?
Yeah.
You hot diddly doodled fucking, and that's what it was? You are both better than me?
Yeah.
What's a hot diddly doodle?
That's
I'm
what,
not
I don't know,
admitting
that's what
to that.
you said, Flanders.
I didn't say hot diddly doodle.
No,
I don't think those words have ever
Gator.
left my lips.
Gator did.
That might have left my lips. We'll play it back another day.
Listen, you know what? Maybe before we get started, let's do this too. Collin, that's RJ Perpera right there. Collin, RJ. You know, wait, you guys have all met.
He knows.
But I'm just saying,
he almost took my apartment in Queens.
RJ and I have a crazy connection. Yeah, I almost lived in his apartment in Queens.
Really?
Yeah, when I ran out of money and had to leave New York, I put on Facebook that I had a 1-bedroom spot in Long Island City. It was like 20 minutes from the creek. Yeah. It was a perfect spot. And then he was one of the comics to reach. I think Steve Rogers told you about it, right?
Yep. Steve was like, "Hey, hit my buddy up."
So everybody knows each other besides me, is what you're saying. Really?
Well, you know.
Damn, Collin. It's 'cause
I'm sorry.
No, that's all right, man. You know, it's fine. I'm not that funny, and I'm just weird, so I accept it, dude. It's cool.
And so are most comedians, dude. Most comedians are not funny and weird.
Yeah, absolutely.
You fit right in.
Thank you. I feel much better now. So the whole idea, Can You Laugh About It Now, is that we pick a theme each week, and we usually leave it up to the guest and see if we talk about like an embarrassing or shameful thing from our past, and we all come up with a story and see if we can laugh about it now. And so that's the basic idea. And so this week, that's right. Last week, our theme, Collin, check this out. Our theme last week was getting robbed or robbing someone. Okay. So we decided now in this new episode that we wanted to ask our guest, continuing right from the last one, ask you if you've ever robbed or been robbed.
I don't think, I feel like I've been robbed many a times in this business, but other than that, when you finish a weekend and they go, you had $36 worth of food. And I go, I'm only making 20, but I actually was, I don't want to say an accomplice, but I did help someone rob a Kmart once. We did, but we got caught. We got caught. Yeah.
I don't want to say I was an accomplice, but I did help.
Yeah.
Can I just say
Kmart? I was really young.
Kmart was the last store I thought you were going to say. I thought it was going to be like a Burlington Coat Factory or something classier.
That's how low bar.
Wait, you think Burlington Coat Factory is high bar?
Well, compared to Kmart, yes.
Okay, maybe that is true. That is true.
It is.
Yeah. So, is there even Kmart's anymore? Is it still around?
Yeah, there's still some. Yeah.
Do you remember it? What was stole?
Yeah, I actually I did a bit about it for the longest time, and it's a true story, and it's always one that people are like, did that really? I'm like, not only did it happen, I think I left some stuff out. Like my grandfather, I was like maybe 10 or 11 years old. My grandparents lived with us as kids, and we were going to get we were going shopping, and I don't know if it was for my sister's birthday or something, or what it was, but I remember like my mom being like, "Oh, you have to get your sister like this." It was like this like Barbie cell phone or something like that.
Sweet.
And so we go to the toy aisle, and it's like, there it is, and it's in the plastic thing, the plastic container. And my grandfather was like beyond annoyed that it had cost whatever it cost, like $10, $15. And he took a
he didn't even
huh?
You were an accomplice to your grandfather.
Yeah. It was his idea. So then he took and it gets worse because like he didn't just take the container or the those like toy plastic things you have to like use scissors to like open.
Yeah, it sucks. They suck.
Right.
I've cut myself opening them fuckers before.
Yeah. He took a pocket knife out of his coat and cut the phone out of it.
Yo,
and put the package back on the shelf.
Hell yeah!
And then we shopped. Like we had more shopping to do. So like it wasn't even just like we could do that
the night
run.
there. No.
Yo, he left his mark. He was like he was like a serial killer that left a clue. Wow, dude.
Yeah, but we got caught.
No!
Yeah.
No! I was like, Grandpa's slick. Grandpa's slick. He knows what he's doing.
So what happened?
Dude, we got caught. So we check out. I'm like so nervous. I'm sweating bullets. Like we're as we're leaving, like literally the two people that work for Kmart like stop us as we're pushing our groceries out. And they're like, we have you on camera. We saw you take this. He's like, just tell us you have it. And he's like, I don't have anything. And they're like, come on. And finally he's like, all right, fine. He takes it out of his pocket and he gives it to them. And he just thinks that like, that's it. Like he could just leave. So he goes to like walk past them. And they're like, no, like you have to like, we have to file a report. Like we could call the police.
Oh no.
And he's just like, this is like the biggest inconvenience for him. He's like, oh my, fine. And like, he's like, go load the groceries. So I went to the car, I loaded the groceries and I sat outside of this Kmart for about 45 minutes. And then he just rounds the corner and he goes, you ready to go? I'm like, yeah, I guess. No! And it was like dead silent the whole way.
Did he have the Barbie? Did he end up getting did he have the Barbie?
No.
Oh, so
at that point we had to lie. So we went back home. He was like, hey, don't say anything to your mother, your grandmother about this.
Zip it, right.
Oh
kill
God.
you know.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. That's Gramps.
So we went in there like they didn't have it. He's like, oh, we forgot they didn't have it. Whatever, we'll get it next time. And then like the joke is I make a joke like after he passed away, like I was able to come out with it. But the truth is that like, you know, I think I was maybe 10 or 11 years old. I was like sitting in my room one day and I'm like crying. I'm crying and my mom was like, what is wrong? And I was like, I don't know, Pappy's on phone and the police. I don't know if the police are going to go. I'm probably going to go to jail.
You busted.
Oh, I crashed.
You let it loose.
Oh, you
ran. It probably felt good. It was probably
dude, I was on edge for weeks. I was just like I kept thinking like, oh my God, like, cause I knew he said like, they're going to send something in the mail. Like if you see something, grab it. Like, don't let your grandmother get it. Like, you know, cause they were going to send him a summons, you know, cause he was going to go to court and pay a fine.
The best part about that is it was a Barbie toy that we're talking not that much for a Barbie.
$12. But he was like so put off by it that they would charge that amount of money for like a fake phone, I think, like that, a phone that didn't make calls, you know. That he was so upset that he refused. He was that kind of guy where he you know what else he would do? He's the kind of guy where he would go to a grocery store, right? And the first thing he would go to like the produce aisle and get a bag of grapes. And while he was shopping, he would eat all the grapes and then just throw out the bag.
Oh yeah,
dude, and he just thought that was normal.
That is normal, dude.
Old people do that type of shit. No, old people do that shit. I don't think anybody our age does that shit.
You get bulk. They used to have a lot of bulk shit, dude.
I used to eat grapes in the cart when my parents, they would be like, here's some grapes. And I just boop, 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 boop,
right.
Pre-COVID, even long before COVID, like bulk was huge. You get a lot of shit bulk. Dude, we'd fucking just go in there, fucking eat that shit while we're walking around. Yeah. Wegmans knew.
It was a different mentality. Definitely.
Yeah. And then we all got COVID. You know what I mean? So no, we don't do that shit anymore, dude.
My favorite part is the part that you guys stole that at the beginning of the shopping trip. They saw you on camera, let you continue to shop, and then just and then you guys were like, "Oh, we were caught."
Right? Like, they were like, "Yo, check out this old dude and his grandkid, dude."
Yeah, they let us go, and I remember thinking like, I can't believe we're gonna like get out of here. Like, I was so shocked that like nobody had said a word to us. And then when they go like, we have you on camera. And at one point I would think they were like, does he have it? And I was just like standing there. I was like, oh no. Like I didn't know what to say. Like, but it was, and then just the sort of the casualness, sort of the nonchalant attitude of like, here, you have it back. Let me leave. Like he just thought like, hey, chalk it up. Chalk it up
the
as
law.
an accident.
Right. You got me.
Maybe next time.
You got me, kid. Here you go.
Yeah. No harm, no foul kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like he just thought we were going to go.
That's amazing. So Grandpa, I'm sorry he's no longer with us because he sounded like a rad dude.
Dude, he was wild, man. He really was. He was, yeah. He lived with us for a long time, and I remember like, he was the wild card. Like, you know, I mean, I have a ton of stories.
Maybe
about that guy.
How about this? We all do a grandfather. Next time we do a grandparents one, we're calling Collin.
Give me a call.
Yeah, sounds like he's got the grandfather one down pat.
And book a couple hours.
Yeah. All right. I'll actually give you time so that way you can get those straight, because that sounds fun. Because I got some good grandparent ones too. So that'll be a good.
Okay.
But maybe whenever you come, we can have you sit down.
Oh, yeah, you're coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. We could do that in person, what's the date on that? It's July 15th?
July 15th, yeah. Comedy at the Carlson, the old Rickles room.
In the Rickles room, which honestly, bro, it's the best room in the building for comedy. I like it better than the big room. When that small room pops, it's going to be amazing. You get a bunch of people in there, which you will.
Yeah.
We're going to give out 2 tickets right now.
I love that room.
I wish I could.
I'm excited for it. I did that room once before, and it was so cool. And the big room is awesome. But like you said, like that little room is just like, it's so tight. It's seat well, you know, really like intimate, the seats are set up well, and like nice. It's such a little kill box. So
so that's going to be on July 15th. Make sure if you're listening to this, go get tickets for that. You could probably go right on the carlsoncomedy.com website and get them. That takes you to the link to get tickets for Collin's show. While I'm at that, I might as well promote as well. You can get tickets for Zach Amico and Chris from BK also, which is coming up in August. So get tickets for that, because I think that might sell out. So what were you going to say?
I was going to say, I'm going to piggyback off of that and promote us, because we're having a great time so far, but I don't think that we have introduced anybody.
No, we did.
So we did to each other, but we didn't do the intro. Does that matter? No, I didn't.
I mean, how about this? Today we welcome Mr. Collin Chamberlin. How about that?
Yeah.
We welcome Collin Chamberlin today.
That's what I want. That's all I wanted to happen.
I'll go back in. I'll edit it in like a fucking FBI agent, dude. It's going to be like, oh, wow, that was professional. So it's fine.
Okay.
People aren't going to know the difference. How about that? Nice.
That's fine.
But today,
questions.
So there we go. We got a bunch of shows for Collin coming up. We have some stuff coming up for us as well. Today, the theme is revenge.
Yes.
I can start off if y'all would like, because mine's a simple little story of a Todd that I would say was
of a Todd.
I would say this Todd was a 6th grade Todd.
Okay.
I don't know why I'm saying it like that. It's very weird. I don't normally talk like that, Collins. I don't know. Yeah, but it's 6th grade Todd. That's what I'm saying.
I like it. It's really, it's very narrative. I'm enjoying this.
Thank you. Yeah. And this Todd, well, he decided he wanted to get his ear pierced. Well, back in 1986, it was kind of a big deal. All right. It was kind of a big deal for kids to get
You had your Thriller jacket at this point?
It was very similar times. I think I was just exiting Michael Jackson, getting into Quiet Riot type shit right there, dude.
Okay.
Big juxtaposition, I understand. But, so I wanted to get my ear pierced. It was starting to be a thing in the 80s. We saw it more and more. But back then, you get it in the left ear, you're not gay. You get it in the right ear, you're gay.
Oh, I remember hearing about that.
You got to get it in. You got it in the right ear. What are you, gay? That's what they would say.
Right.
And so I obviously got it in my left ear, you know, but before I got it in my ear, I went and asked my parents. I was like, can I do it? And it's like, they're really liberal with certain things. They're like, yeah, go ahead. So I was like one of the first kids on the block to have my left ear pierced. And I had like a dangling feather. What's up, dude? Fucking hanging on my shoulder. It was fucking badass.
So
dude.
you got it in your left ear so you wouldn't look gay, but then you got a feather hanging ear.
Yeah, no, it was a feather in the left ear, dude. If it was
like
a feather in the right ear.
Young George Michael. Like I love it. Just like
other than the gayness, exactly like George Michael. To be honest with you, all the Greek sex appeal. All right, I'm Jewish, but there's a similarity there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I had my ear pierced, and I thought it was cool, dude. I mean, because I was the first kid on the block. I went to I went to baseball practice. I had Little League. I went to practice, dude. I rode my bike down there, show everybody what's up. Look at my feather earring, dude.
Floating in the wind.
Dude, just flicking back, dude. It was fucking so cool, man.
Caught in the spokes.
I was probably listening to like Kenny Loggins' Footloose on the way down or some cool shit on my tape. Because like Huey Lewis, I don't know what it was.
You were listening to Danger Zone for sure.
Dude, it could have been Danger Zone.
Yeah.
It was good timing. It was Danger Zone time is when this was all happening.
Absolutely.
This was Danger Zone time.
Yeah, I know.
This is Todd's 6th grade Danger Zone time.
Yeah.
And so I'm flying.
That sounds like when you learned masturbation. I'm sorry.
Look, that's a different theme.
He's going off like 3-foot ramps and he thinks he's a badass.
We'll do that. We'll contact Collin for a different episode on that one.
That's a different song that's playing in the background. Yeah, it's just it's definitely not Danger Zone.
No.
There's nothing dangerous about that. You know, no one was getting hurt. That was sad time.
Yeah, well, maybe like a Diana Ross, Lionel Richie song or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
So I'm flying on my BMX back there, dude. Thought I was the shit. I get home and my dad, I'm getting my bike and I leave it in the driveway and I go inside to get like Kool-Aid or something, and I came back outside and my dad busted out. How many times have I told you not to leave the bike in the driveway like that? You know what I mean? He was on my shit, and I was like, I said, it was the first time I ever said this to my dad, anything like this. I was like, "You're being a dick." Okay, I had an earring.
You were 6th grade, so you were 11.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe 7th grade, maybe somewhere around there. But I was like, "You're being a dick."
Dude, look at the two of us just being total like cool dudes, very edgy at 11 years old. Rob and Kmart's getting like, we're kind of
I think we're similar, dude. Man. Similar. I like you a lot, dude. Honestly, we have to keep in touch after this. We'll talk
Rebels
about
without cause.
No, I like it, dude. We're gonna write a book. It's gonna be amazing. So I said it. I said the dick word because I thought I was like, I'm gonna see if I can get. I knew in my head I'm gonna see if I can get away with it. I'm gonna show my dad how I'm
gonna show him the power of my feather earring.
That's how white people work.
Oh yes.
I would never.
My dad came up to me and he was like, did you just call me a dick? Yeah. And he picks up my BMX bicycle. My BMX, I was just back then, it was like my thing.
Your world.
Dude, my world. Yeah. I had pads. I had back then you hooked up your bike, dude. You know what I mean? I had the pegs on the back so me and my friends could go to the beach. Everything.
Grind.
He picked it up and threw it 3 yards as far as he fucking could, dude. Josh, my dad's a pretty big dude too.
Yeah.
And he just fucking, I said, and he said, don't you ever call me a dick again.
Dude, dads do not like dicks.
Don't
being
ever
called
call
dicks.
me a dick. I go over to get my.
That was a bad way to say it, but I called my dad dick once, and he went off on like a 10-minute rant. He's like, "Do you know what a dick is?" And I was like, "Well, what do you mean?"
Well, honestly, it's up to you to teach me that.
Yeah,
kinda, right?
And he was like, "No, a dick is somebody who doesn't pay for your roof over your head, doesn't buy you food." And I was like, "All right, but you're being kind of a dick right now."
Yeah, but you know what? I think as a son, maybe there's a better word.
For sure, but you don't know that honestly, when you're a teenager.
All right, but honestly, no. You know what? My dad was a dick. If my kid said it to me, I'm not a dick, so I'd be like, "Well, what are you talking?" You know what I mean? That'd be weird.
It would be funny.
My dad really was a dick. He threw my bike.
Your kid is also a child, so to hear it from him would be hilarious.
So I go over to get the bike, right?
Yeah.
I go over there. I'm all like, now I'm like, crying because he's in my face, and my dad could get a little fucking smacky. You know what I mean? So I go down to get my bike, and I'm wheeling it back, and all my friends up. But this one, he's yelling, and they hear everything, so they're all out there seeing me roll my bike back, and the wheels like it wasn't straight, and they're all bent in. My friends are like, "What the fuck?"
Todd's getting abused.
Yeah, dude. I remember one time my dad got mad. I used to collect VHS tapes. All right, I was such a nerd for collecting movies as a child. I would go and rent the movie, and then I would copy the VHS tape if I couldn't buy the original, and then copy the artwork and everything, and make the box to get collections, dude. If I had Back to the Future, I wanted all three. You know what I mean? I had all that shit. And one day my dad got mad at me, and I was in the attic bedroom and threw all my fucking tapes out the attic window onto the grass, and like all my friends are there, like looking up there, fucking asses going down. I'm like, what the fuck, dude?
Wow. What did you do to cause that?
To be fair, VHS is a pretty hardy tape. It's one of the hardiest medias that you could find.
Yeah, but I'm like, all my friends are like, what the fuck? I was standing out there. I'm like, Jesus Christ, yeah. So my dad, bottom line, was kind of a dick. You know what I mean? So that revenge story.
So that was his revenge?
He revenged me for calling him a dick.
Yeah.
You should have told him he wasn't being a good role model.
Those are the better words.
Yeah.
But honestly, at the time, I didn't know. I was trying to flex because honestly, anyways, this isn't therapy. What the fuck? You're right.
No, let it out, dude.
I know. I saw it. You see me?
We're here for you.
Honestly, Collin, I'm in the moment right now.
Yeah, we're breaking some things.
I feel like we are.
I don't think we should stop it.
And honestly, it's can you laugh about it now? And sometimes you can't. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So
sometimes you cannot.
Yeah. That Beverly Hills Cop, I worked so hard. Dude, I walked to Kmart. It ties all back in, bro. We're connected. I know this cosmically now. I remember I probably rode my bike. I went to Kmart just because I wanted Beverly Hills Cop 1 on VHS so goddamn bad. And my dad, yeah. My dad died of cancer. Who got the last laugh? You know what I'm saying?
I was like,
I'm kidding. I'm joking. He's still alive.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah, he's still alive.
Wow, that would have been a crazy. I thought that would be your revenge story. Is that he died.
Yeah, I keep trying to push cigarettes and bad food on him constantly, but yeah, I don't harbor shit, dude. I went to therapy. It is what it is. I am.
You definitely don't harbor anything. I think you go. I don't harbor anything, man. I'm like, I let it go. I don't carry anything with me.
I spent 45 minutes. Oh God! Listen, I'm saying it doesn't rent more. I'm got a little heavy. You know what?
That'll get cut for sure. Like 90%.
This episode is just going to be, we got Collin Chamberlin, and then cut to
Oh shit! All right, well, I'm going to pass it over to Mr. RJ Prepare then.
Yeah. So this is like a combo like sports revenge story. So I used to play hockey growing up.
Okay.
And I was in a tournament in Buffalo at the Pepsi Center there, and I must have been like 10 years old thereabouts. It was like the year
Michael Jackson jacket.
No Michael Jackson jacket. My dad would have slapped me around. So it was the year before we were allowed to start hitting in the league. And I used to have a temper. Kind of still do, but it's dissipated. So there was this one game, I was having a really bad day, and this kid just like took the puck from me. And that just like set me off.
You mean, did he do it with a stick?
Yeah, he just like got the puck from me.
Like the game.
Just like poke check. Just like what you're supposed to do.
That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah,
okay,
he did his job as a hockey player.
Nice.
Yeah. And my dad's the coach at this time. He's the head coach of the team.
Oh.
So he sees me start just chasing this kid around the ice. And I'm a defenseman, so I'm supposed to be like back in my own zone. This kid is like all over the place. I'm literally chasing him around the ice. My dad is screaming from the bench, RJ! RJ! Get back here! Oh my! I saw a red dude. So he finally this little fucker finally gets the puck back.
He's still harbor something too, dude.
Hockey gets me going, man. So this kid gets the puck back.
Yeah. Okay.
Like center red line, right in front of both benches, and I put a shoulder into his chest. Todd, I swear to God, it was the most perfect hit I've ever laid. It was the most satisfying feeling, but I wasn't allowed to hit at that point, so I got a penalty and stuff.
Dude, RJ scares the shit out of me.
Dude, can I just say, like, the sound effect that kid made when I made contact, it was the yelp he let out.
You liked it?
I felt like God in that moment, dude. Like, it was fucking incredible.
Oh, wow.
So
it's a moment where you realize you like do have the power to like take a life. You know what I mean? Like
exactly. Sometimes penalty is worth it. Like,
yeah, that 2 minutes was absolutely worth it. Whatever the fuck that kid
did. Is that
did.
what it was?
I can't even replicate it because it was like a 10-year-old's vocal cords, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Like, imagine if Nixon just got blasted on the ice.
That does not make me happy at all, to be honest with you.
But now imagine
he called me a dick.
Now imagine you're this kid's dad watching him get chased around the ice because he did his job, because he took the puck from some fat-ass little 10-year-old. Oh, yeah, my dad was not happy.
He was mortified.
My Nana lives in Buffalo, and she came out for the game. It was like a whole occasion.
Your Nana was there.
My mom,
your Nana, and
my grandparents, like all my grandparents were there.
The family was there.
It was a big deal because
that's
I'm the
why
first
you're like,
grandchild.
bro, you just made. Oh,
and
okay.
so like, I got in trouble after the game for sure, dude. Like it was worse than the penalty box.
You still got in trouble at 10-11 for sure.
Yeah,
like, that's
definitely.
Like you still got. That wasn't just like
Yeah, that was. That was my revenge. It felt really fucking good.
I learned. A little insight into RJ right there is that, like, man, it makes me nervous, dude.
Well, just don't piss me off and you'll be fine.
Jesus Christ. Sets nails under tires to get people in accidents. He's a maniac.
Yeah, don't fuck with me, bitches.
I don't know why.
Stop talking. You're ruining it.
I got Steve Irwin legs right now. I don't know what the fuck's going on, but looks like it should be in a safari.
That's why, RJ, you are like the most dangerous type of like predator, for lack of to use like a National Geographic term. Yeah, like if you were like everyone looks at like a cheetah, you know what I mean? And like they look fierce. Like you are the most dangerous game because you looking at you go, this is just a guy.
I learned,
but you're the kind of guy that's like, I'm going to follow you to the end of the earth to get back at what you've just done.
Yeah,
and I love that. I think there needs to be more of that.
He is definitely. He's
like a Venus flytrap in human form.
Wow.
Like I'm not attractive, but like I'm innocent and looking enough that I can just kind of suck you in and then pop. If I'm on skates, not on the road or in real life.
Be very quiet. Yeah. Over here we have a deadly RJ.
We have Italianus Wapinus.
You know what? That's what a good little segue to hand it over to Sherelle.
We got to get Collin's revenge story in too.
Oh yeah. Let's ask the usual question: is revenge done to Collin? Or is it Collin doing revenge to somebody else?
Do you ask me that?
I'm going to ask the guys here and gals.
Okay.
Which one do you think?
I'm going to guess that Collin got revenge.
Okay. And Gator?
Yeah.
She's a good judge of character, so.
I think he got it too, because he also really admired the fact that RJ would go to the ends of the earth to right a wrong. So I feel like he's
game recognized game,
His
man.
eyes did blow up when he was talking about that. So okay. Yeah, lay it on us.
I really resonate with that. I mean, RJ, I it's funny. Like I played hockey growing up, and I played hockey in college and stuff. And like I remember, like when you're that's the worst time. And this isn't. I'll just say this real quick. When you're like 18 to 21, that is when you are most liable to think that you're invincible.
Oh
right?
Yeah.
So like. We were like me and like a group of other kids were like hired guns for like these like beer league games, where we would sort of come in and like play pretty well. And like you're playing against like grown men,
right?
You're playing against like
that's hilarious.
35-year-old men. And like every night it was just like insanity. And we had a guy, I won't say his name, we had a guy on our team who like maybe did some like government contracting. You know what I mean? That kind of contracting.
Yeah.
And his favorite thing was his favorite thing was to fight.
Don't say
and
that.
It would be like, it was to the point where you're like, oh my God, like I have to, like, we would have like summer jobs and stuff. And you'd be like, we have to like work in the morning. Like it's 11 PM and like, we're going to all have to go out here and like fight everybody. Like it's going to just be insane. But sports brings it out. But I have sort of two revenge stories. One, a young Collin did, and one that a much older, what I would hope mature Collin did.
I love the juxtaposition, and that sounds amazing.
First one, when I was younger, 8th grade, I went to Catholic school. 8th grade, 5 girls, 5 boys in my 8th grade class. Very small school. Yeah.
Dude,
5 girls, 5 boys.
Okay.
So 10 kids in the 8th grade
Can
class.
I ask where from? I'm not sure if you said it before. Did you say what?
I grew up in Pittsburgh.
Okay.
So a suburb of Pittsburgh. And I have known one of my best friends. I've known him since 3-year-old preschool. We went from 3-year-old preschool to 8th grade together and then stayed friends after that. Shout out to Bill Gerbach.
Billy.
So, 5 girls, 5 boys. There's bound to be some overlap of who likes who, right?
It's impossible not to canoodle.
It's really tough to not like.
I mean, maybe not impossible. Don't look at me like that,
girl.
Right.
So
sure.
It just so happens that like in 8th grade, Bill and I we both are madly in love with the same girl.
Oh.
And the kind of 8th grade love where you're like, we're gonna get married probably.
8th grade serious shit.
It's very intense. So I find out, like Bill tells me that he's going to try out for the basketball team. Now, I was not an athlete in grade school by any means. Like And so there was no, and I knew he was going to try out for the basketball team because she was a cheerleader. She was always at the basketball games, and it infuriated me. I felt like it was
he had a one up on
like,
he's going to get the
he was
leg
trying
up.
to one up me.
Yeah.
So, we were at like, I remember we had a lot of like bowling parties and stuff for some reason, like like birthday parties for like cosmic bowling and stuff.
It's a thing.
You know? And this girl was there. I won't say her name because she'll,
Pulsifer.
Her
name is Wendy Pulsifer.
Yeah. I go up to her and I go, Bill really likes you. He really likes you. And she's like, what? And I was like, Bill has a huge crush on you. And just totally blew up Bill's spot. Like he was
on some
so
mean girl
embarrassed.
shit.
Brilliant.
He was so embarrassed. And I was just so annoyed that like he was getting more attention. Honestly, more attention because he was trying out for the basketball team. And I just went right to the front of the line and just said, Bill really likes you. and like he was there. Like he found out moments later. And I remember being like, I was just trying to help, man.
Dude, that's Machiavellian.
It really is.
That's a step above mine. That's like if you went up to the opposing team's coach and was like, you got to fuck this kid up.
Honestly, that's like that little part, RJ, that you don't have that. You would never walk up to a girl.
I don't have the mind games.
You would
involved.
never do that.
No.
You'll just literally just throw you'll just check somebody.
Yeah.
But that right there, that is fucking wild. So, all right. So, wow.
So that was
love you even more now, Collin. Just telling you that.
And I will say, Bill Gerbach and I best friends since, and we neither of us ended up with this girl. Shockingly, we did not one of us ever dated her. And
did he tell her that you liked her?
He never did. He's such a good friend.
Yo.
He is such a good friend.
Bill, you're a good dude, man.
He never said a word.
Billy.
Yeah.
Shout out
Billy G.
Shout out Bill Gerbach. He's the
Gerbach
best
rules.
friend.
He's a real one.
Gerbach.
He's a real
rules.
one.
His name's cool.
Absolutely.
Damn, Collin.
Yeah.
You really.
Yeah, he's the man. He never said a word. He was so mad at me.
We grew up like brothers. Like we would wrestle, we'd fight, but he never, I'm sure he later on,
one day he's going to tell you, I got my dick stuck back in 9th grade.
Yeah, he's going to call me when this comes out. He's like, dude, we dated for like 3 years. I don't want to break your heart.
We banged at the bowling alley that day.
Yeah, it honestly helped. Like, you telling her really, really helped.
So she was like the girl with the red hair. So do you know what happened to this girl? Did she end up going on and having a prosperous little life herself?
She did. She had a good life. She has a good life. It seems like, here's a great. So like, and this is also now that I think of it. What is like the revenge? They said the best revenge is like, what is it? Like a life
living well.
Yeah, living well. Right. So this girl and I ended up going to the same high school. I have to be so careful because there's I know
anything that you think.
I know who it is.
I'll beep or whatever.
No, yeah. I know I'm gonna get like a text message from like a buddy and be like, "Was it?" I'm like, I'm not answering. So, when I went to high school, like I definitely had a crush on this girl, and she was fine. She was nice enough to me, but like never really gave me like a ton of like attention, And I didn't deserve any attention. Like I want to be so clear. When I was in high school, I was the farthest thing from like a ladies' man or deserving, of
there's
any
not
attention
too many,
from any
though.
woman.
In 8th grade, there's like maybe one ladies' man has like a little pencil mustache. You're like, how the fuck is that dude got? Right. You know what I mean?
There were some poonhounds in Spencer Park. Sorry, continue.
No, there were definitely some dudes in my middle school. I mean,
poonhounds is kind of
They were definitely like the hot commodity, but like I was into, I loved like classic rock t-shirts and Penguins hockey. Like that's what and video games, Call of Duty was just coming out. Dude, Call of Duty was coming out. And I just remember thinking like, I'll never leave my house if I had the choice. Like it was the best years of my life. So anyway, we don't really speak much in high school. We certainly didn't speak after that. we see each other, of course, at like the night before Thanksgiving. Those you bump into each other.
Yeah.
So then I get into comedy, and like I think a lot of people that I went to school with were surprised and stuff that I got into comedy. And then like before I started in Pittsburgh, before I moved to New York, like one of the reasons I moved to New York was things were starting to go really well, and it felt like it was time to sort of like take the jump. Sure. So I had moved to New York. I was probably in New York for, I don't know, maybe just for a little bit. And I came back for like Christmas or Thanksgiving. And I did a show right around then. And at this little theater. And it was, like a little, kind of like the Rickles room, like a little black box room almost, you know?
Yep.
And this girl and a group of her friends come to the show. And I mean, I'm the last person to like brag about comedy. But when I say I killed,
hell yeah, man.
When you know.
And then after we go out, I'm with my friends and stuff, and
you're feeling good,
and I'm feeling great. And this group of like these girls I went to high school with are there and stuff, and everyone sort of knows each other, so they're mingling. And this girl goes like, she was just like, I just like couldn't believe that. She was like, I can't believe how good that was. Like that was amazing. And I just go, Thank you for coming out tonight. It was good to see you. And I just turned around and walked away.
Yes.
I just completely walked away from after that and just went and talked to my friends. I was like, this is the best moment of my entire life.
That's a power move.
I may never be on TV. I may never be on the Tonight Show, but that was one of the highest. And it's so petty, but I loved it so much.
Amazing.
That's happened to me with high school friends too. It is a really fucking good feeling.
It's a thrill. It's an absolute thrill. It keeps me doing comedy.
That's so
Moments
funny.
like that.
That like you had like right at that moment you're like, I got it. Like as soon as you was looking up at like looking at that adornment, you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah. It's all I need.
Years of wonder and years of insecurity just vanished.
Yup.
Vanished right there. Yeah. You're just like, I just go back in time. You're like, hang on, high school, Collin. Hang on, bud. In about 5 years, 6 years, this is gonna get nuts. You know?
Yep.
You're not even gonna believe how you feel. Yeah.
That's a good revenge story. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's actually a good revenge story, I think, because there's nobody really got hurt in that scenario. You know?
Right.
Besides your boy. You kind of, you know what I mean?
And he's honestly in a very long-term happy relationship. He
sounds like a great guy. He should be.
He's doing great. He's doing really great.
And you are not in one. So it seems like everything is heading in the right
track.
You
are alone.
And I'm alone. And rightfully so, because I did blow up Bill Gerbach's spot in eighth grade.
The old Gerlach fucking voodoo twist.
Yeah. He got me good. It was a long game.
Gator.
Yeah.
You gonna lay your revenge on me?
Yeah. But it's not really. It's like almost like a pending revenge.
Oh shit, dude! That's like fucking. That's interesting.
It's not that deep though, because I'm not really a petty or vengeful
Do it
person.
like a choose your own adventure, like, and then we'll choose.
We get it. You think you're better than us?
Well, no, I know I'm better than you. So my sister, for some reason, let me preface this with. She once told a story in front of a bunch of people and was like, hey, you remember how we always used to play that game where we put plastic bags over our heads and to see who lasted the longest? And I was like, nah. But she kept telling people that. And I was like, well, maybe we did. And I was really good at it. And that's why I don't remember. Like, I don't understand. So I still don't know if that was a thing or not. I really don't. But this is just to preface the fact that a couple months ago, she came into my job and she met a bunch of my coworkers. We're just chilling at the bar, hanging out. And then one of my coworkers was like, so, Crystal, what is it like to be Sherelle's sister? And she was like, it's a lot. It's a lot. You know, she used to bite me in my head. I was like, bitch, what?
You did?
She told all my coworkers. I was like, no, I did not. And she's like, yes, you did. And mommy knows. So
mommy knows.
Yep. So then we had to go to my mom's house 2 days later. So we're sitting there. We eat dinner. Mom was like, everything was great. How are you guys doing? I'm like, good. Got a question for you, though, Ma. You remember me biting Crystal in her head? And my mom was like, no. And my sister was like, oh, my God, it happened. So now what I want to do is bite this bitch in the head because nobody will believe her. It's like a pending revenge. But I mean, I might have bit her in the head because I did also sometimes used to fall halfway down the stairs and say she pushed me. But that's because she was fucking with me so much and she never got caught. So I was like, if I can stage a catch, this is like 1 for every 5 times that you have messed with me.
So there's throwing downstairs. There's tying plastic bags over your head. There's biting heads.
I can't confirm that. I did not bite that. And my mom said I did not bite
her
in the head.
Gigi Allen video at your fucking house. What the fuck is going on?
I don't know, but she's not going to listen to this podcast anyway. So, Crystal, I'm going to bite you in your head.
Oh, shit. That's all right. Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly.
Allegedly, she's going to bite you in the head. Yeah. All right, that's great. All right. Well, you know what? We're gonna before we end up wrapping up, I got one more question for Collin. Who you've been just thank you so much for taking the time to hang out with us.
Yeah, dude, this
is
blast.
so.
You know what I mean?
This is honestly a blast.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I appreciate you taking the time because I know getting on Zoom and doing all this is a fucking pain in the nutsack. I understand. So I do appreciate you taking the time to come and do this stuff. So
of course, thank you.
And I know this. You don't know us. We're talking about weird stories about personal shit. So I appreciate you.
And we're gonna talk grandpas too.
And we're going to get back.
Yes. Oh, dude, I'm telling you, when you do not, if I see a clip of a grandparents episode and it's not me on there, I will pull an RJ.
No,
I'll chase you around the ice. I'll chase you and I'll put a shoulder into your chest.
You got to really be afraid of that, dude. You got to.
Sherelle, she'll protect me. I'm not too worried about it. Right?
It depends on how it all goes down. I can only do so much.
All right, fair enough. All right, well, before we wrap it up, I want to say again, July 15th, go get your tickets. If you're from the Rochester area, make sure you go over and get tickets. It's carlsoncomedy.com. You can get the tickets right there. It's in the Carlson room. Collin Chamberlin, July 15th. I know I do that bad. I'm going to say your name 3 times in a row because I am bad at that. And that's like my discipline. That's like my, what is it, Hail Mary? I'm not Christian. What is it called?
Oh,
you have to say your, you have to say your what?
Confession.
Oh, your Hail Marys?
You got to say prayers and stuff.
Yeah. So Collin Chamberlin. Oh my God, he's in our living room now. All right. Whatever. But. So Collin Chamberlin, July 15th, in the Rickles room. Get your tickets. Is Sarah Shipley as well on that show?
Yeah, Sarah Shipley, she's going to be hosting. And then Rachel Williams, she's a great comic from New York. She's going to be featuring. And I don't know. We'll see. If there's any locals hanging around. I'm a big believer of hey, let's all have some fun.
Don't say that.
We'll see you on the 15th.
We'll see you then. Hey, come to the Todd Gershwin show on the 15th. It's at.
There's gonna be a line out the door. Yeah, right. Yeah. No, I have had that happen where you go you kind of let it slip I'm doing this show, it should be fun, stop down, you go stop down and throw you up if there's time,
free stage time.
8 people show up and Jesus, did I say this to everybody? Look, you idiot.
The most important thing is for people to go get tickets to go down there. If we go down, I want to go come down and see some good comedy. Yeah. That's really why I'm going to go down there. We'll hang out and shit afterwards and shit.
You got anything else coming up in New York or any other headlining shows?
Yeah, I'm going on a bit of a run here. I've got I know it's not in New York, but I'm doing Helium Indie. It's in a week and a half.
Nice.
I'm headlining their upstairs room.
That's dope, dude.
Yeah. I got the
congratulations. That's a big deal.
I've got a graduation party sometime in between then. I'll be doing a couple minutes there at my sister's graduation party.
Congratulations. That's also a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. I will be getting my corporate rate for that. But they were like, your family, can't you post a deal? I was like, I don't think so. Yeah.
So you're going to a regular graduation party in between that is what you're saying.
I'm going to my sister's graduation party.
You're not doing time at a fucking graduation.
I am doing, actually, though, the night, I'm so excited for this. The night after the Carlson, I'm doing a backyard party for a guy that's I hate to use the word fan, but he has come to see me a bunch, and he was just
he's a fan. Cool.
I am throwing a party, just a banger at my house. We're having bands, and I want you to do comedy at it.
You've seen Misery,
I am so in. I was like, dude, I'm so excited.
I'm doing that
careful,
next
man.
weekend.
Just be careful, dude.
Not at that guy's house, at my house.
Would that be wild if it was at that guy's house?
I'm putting it on. So if some guy invited you, he is lying. He's trying to get your organs.
Comics. He was just yeah.
So you got is that travel time there too, or like how's that working out? Is that closer to you? The backyard.
No, so like I mean, Rochester's what 5+ hours from New York, and then it'll come back. I think somewhere in like York, PA, or something. Oh, okay,
like that's actually perfect.
Yeah, and then I'll be at the end of July. I'll be at Hilarities the third week of July in Cleveland, and then the last weekend of July, I'll be at the Pittsburgh Improv back at my home club.
Hell yeah! So, go see Collin Chamberlin. Yeah, that sounds awesome. Great, dude. That sounds like things are going awesome. And honestly, I love your energy. I know that's such a weird thing to say, but I'm glad that you came on, man. And so before
Happy to be here.
Thanks, man. So before we tie this up, I want one more question for you.
Again,
one more question. I want you to think for a second about your worst birthday. Do you remember your worst birthday?
Yeah, of course. It's crazy when I say that 3 of them just jump to mind.
Wow.
But I'll give you 2 quick, and then I'll give you the real one.
Love it.
Worst. The 2 in the running are my 13th birthday. We had a cookout. It was the first time I ever invited girls to a party. It was such a disaster. It was like, it couldn't have gone any more wrong at my mom's house. God bless my parents. They did the best they could to because it was like my mom, my dad, my stepdad, and my stepmom were all there. My sister was there. She was just like an agent of chaos, she was like ISIS. It was like inviting ISIS to the party.
Older sister?
Just younger sister.
Oh,
2 years younger, and just like complete chaos and like all the hormones. There was so much Axe body spray. Like people were like lightheaded in our basement. There was so much. We were flammable. We were honest to God, we were flammable.
It sounds like a good birthday.
Oh, dude, it was not good. I just it was like the worst. It was just too many things were raging. You know what I mean? There were too many emotions were heightened.
Oh, God.
Second on the list, I spent my 25th birthday at a comedy club in Milwaukee. It was maybe one of the worst weekends of comedy of my life. And I remember that the owner was so cheap. This is now defunct comedy club. The owner was so cheap that he had said, he was like, I got you a room with the headliner. Luckily, they had 2 beds because I almost had to book you a king bed. And me and the headliner laughed. And he goes, what's so funny? You could sleep in a king bed and not know if someone's there. And I spent my 25th birthday in that club. But probably one of the worst birthdays I ever had was Sweet 16, turned 16. And I from years of like having big birthday parties and my mom always wanting to have a big party, I said, all I want this year for my birthday is to stay at home and I just want to have dinner. Like, you know what I mean? I just want to hang out at the house.
That's a humble birthday.
That's all I wanted. As I said earlier, my grandparents lived with my mom growing up. And they put the kibosh on that, and they said, "We are going to our favorite restaurant for your birthday." And that restaurant was the Golden Corral. And I spent my when I say it was maybe one of the most miserable times of my life. I spent my 16th birthday at a Golden Corral in a strip mall, basically.
Oh, that's so sad.
And sat there while my grandparents were like, they have steak. I don't know. Like, they were so mad that I was mad. They were like, you don't like steak. You don't like nice food. You don't like nice things. I'm like, this is a cafeteria. We're in a it's called a corral. We're cattle. In this sense, we're cattle and we're grazing. We couldn't get any more disgusting. We are walking around with plates. If we were mooing and chewing with our mouth open, it would really
I am so sorry. That sounds
But yeah, 16th birthday, Golden Corral. Shout out to the grandparents.
Oh, yeah.
Is this the same grandpa that stole from the Kmart?
Of course.
Oh, yes. What a great way to end this podcast. What a great way. You know what? Coming up soon, we don't know when, but we're going to have a grandparents podcast.
Definitely.
And what a great way to end. That grandpa rules. I can't wait to talk to you.
Colin's coming back, baby.
Colin's coming back. He's going to be here in person, so maybe we can squeeze that in while you're here,
we'll
if you're here long enough. But all right, everyone, go check us out on all the podcast stuff. Leave us a review.
Thanks again, Collin.
By the time this comes out, I already said some gigs earlier, but
we're good.
The Zach and Chris show also, you can get tickets for that. So everybody, have a good week, and we'll talk to you next time. Peace.
Bye.
Hey guys, this is RJ. Thanks again for listening to episode 12 of Can You Laugh About It Now with our guest Collin Chamberlin. You got to hear about Todd suffering the consequences of calling your father a dick. I hit the peak of athleticism at age 10. Collin told us about the most badass grandfather of all time. And Gator has been planning familial revenge since childhood. Thank you guys so much for listening. Don't forget to subscribe to us, like, share, all that bullshit. Thanks. Puke noise. Goodbye.